Hello everyone and welcome to the When I Work tutorial. So I'm going to run you through our scheduling system here. It's not super complicated and there is a really cool button over here to the right that says need help. You can click on that and it's actually going to give you a whole bunch of other videos as well as walk you through anything that you're looking to know how to do. If you ever forget, you can always ask your managers, fellow employees through the When I Work app. All this stuff is, again, very, very simple to use. Just make sure you're really paying attention here because there's a few very key things. So I've logged into one of our dummy accounts, and first off, you're going to see that I just logged in and I have 3 shifts to confirm. So when you guys are scheduled for shifts, you're actually required to, when you log in, to confirm that you've seen your shifts. So when we post a schedule for 2 weeks, you'll get those notifications, you'll log in, and you'll confirm, yes, I see it, I know about my shift, and that then alerts our managers that there's no issues with anything there. Now, with that being said, all of your time off requests, as long as they're in before we do our schedule, you'll be given that time off. You should not be scheduled, as well as as long as your availability has been set and is set accurately as we instruct you to. Again, none of those shifts should be a problem. Once you are scheduled for a shift, you are responsible for that shift. So keep that in mind that all your time off requests need to be in a timely manner. Again, before we do our scheduling. And second off, that you need to make sure your availability is set and is accurate before we do any scheduling. Now, so I'm going to go in here. I did see these 3 shifts. I'm going to confirm them so that my manager does see that, yes, I know that. So now that I've logged in, I'm now on my dashboard. So you'll see here I've got today's schedule. Shows me everybody that's working today and what they're doing. As well as on the bottom here, I have some available open shifts. So for a lot of you that are starting out, you may say, well, I want to start working right away. This is definitely the spot where you want to be. You can start taking open shifts once you've done your shadow shifts. From there, you will then be scheduled based on your availability. The more available you say you are, the more likely you are to get scheduled. With that being said, please feel free, ask your orientation supervisor or any of your managers what types of availabilities are best, because certain pools only work certain hours, and if you're 15, 30 minutes off of that scheduled time, it's going to say you're not available. So you're going to want to make sure that your availability is set with thinking about the hours of the pool. So moving on, we're going to start over to the left here. At the very top of the screen, you're going to see that we have a little bell with alerts. If you click on that, you'll be able to see anybody that's looking to drop a shift or wants to trade a shift, and has an ability for you to help out or anything there. The dashboard just gets you back to that main screen, and then my schedule. You can click on my schedule, and what you're going to see here is anything that you're scheduled for the next 2 weeks, and you can also cycle through for the following 2 weeks. So right now we see the December 1st to the 14th. Right now I'm on Tuesday, December 4th. There are 3 open shifts I could help out with, and then I just started, so I don't have any shifts until this Sunday. And now you see that I've got 3 different shifts here. Now there's multiple places for you to do time off requests and help people out. So you see when I hover over a shift, I can take time off here. I can try to if I have already been scheduled. And each one of these days, I could click take time off all day, partial day. All of your time off will be unpaid. And I can have a start date and end date. So if I'm going on a 2-week vacation, I can put that I want to be off all the way through the end of the month. Let's say it's a little longer vacation, and I can put going to England with my family for Christmas. I can send that request, and now my manager is going to be alerted that I'm looking for time off, and from there they can either accept or deny it. Now the way the time off is going to work, again, is that it needs to be submitted before we post our schedule. So in your orientation, you are going to see a whole layout of when you need to request your time off by. So when we get paid on paydays, we are scheduling for the 2 weeks after the current pay period. So you'll need to make sure on that Friday when we get paid, all your time off requests have been put in before we press that button to schedule you. Again, on the bottom, you still have those available shifts that you can pick up at any time. Moving across, if you wanted to take a look at your timesheets to make sure that your pay is going to be accurate, maybe you forgot that you clocked out late, or you clocked in, or you forgot to clock back in from your break and you didn't alert your manager. If the clock times aren't there, you're not going to be paid for it. And then we're going to have to post it on the next pay period. So it's really important that you're clocking in and out every single time from every shift. and at the current location. So in your timesheets tab, once we load up here, you're going to see you have your different pay periods. What are we on right now? December 1st to 14th. You have the different locations. You can, depending on where you're working, you'll all be designated into certain locations. And you can also export your timesheets, which realistically you're not going to see much need for. Now it does default in the beginning to hiding your shifts. It's not going to show that you've got anything here. So once I show my shifts, I can see, did I clock in and out on December 9th? Now I know we're not there yet, but realistically, yes, we are going to see that we have 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There shouldn't be any breaks in there because it's under 5, it's under 6 hours. So this is where you would check up on your timesheets, make sure you're being paid accurately if you need to go through that. If ever that you feel that it's inaccurate, you can call the office, talk to the office managers, and they can walk through your timesheets and your pay with you. If you are on a computer for some reason at one location, you could technically clock in once you're logged in, but realistically, you're all going to use your phones to clock in and out for your shifts and for breaks, and probably doing time off requests. So we will go over that here shortly with your orientation supervisor. Now, the next piece is our work chat. Your work chat is one of your main points of communication for anybody, whether it's another employee and you're looking to get in contact with them to cover a shift, or you want to pick up a shift for them, or you need to tell your manager something, or we also have work chats for all lifeguards, just swim instructors. We have work chats for everybody in the company so that everybody knows about an event coming up possibly. Once you click into here, you can just click Get Started. There will be a little message for you. You can scroll through your current work chats that you've been added to, or you can start a new work chat with a friend and see if they can pick up your shift or whatever else you need to. Keep in mind that this is for work, so please keep everything in the work chat copacetic with being in the work environment. And coming up next, over here, you're going to see a little file system. Most likely, the only piece you're going to be using is going to be the request for time off, which we saw on the other page. You can request that time, and again, you can do all day, partial day. It will be unpaid, and you'll have a start and an end date. And then again, that message, it is optional that you put it in, but it's really important because if your managers see that you just want time off and they don't know why, and it's, say 2 days before and you're already scheduled, maybe you've got the SATs and you really do need some help. Now, not to say you will get it, but if you do have a reason in there as to why you need that time off, managers are likely going to call you. They're going to talk you through what we can possibly do and give you some tips to help you out. Requests for time off are in fact that. They are a request. Our goal is to accept 100% of them if you get them in before we press the button to schedule. Once you've been scheduled, those shifts are yours and it is your responsibility to find coverage. If you don't find coverage, don't show up. It is considered a no call, no show, and that is terms for termination immediately. So please be very careful about your schedule and looking forward. One of the biggest mistakes that we see is that parents will schedule vacations and they don't tell their kids beforehand, so that would be you guys. So if you know you take a yearly summer vacation for 4th of July, talk to your parents. It's on you to know your schedule and for you to plan your time off, not for us to fix it when you get scheduled when you were hoping to get a time off. All right, so then moving forward, you can also come in here to your coworkers, and I'm going to show you some settings that I would like you to do. It's not mandatory, but it does help everybody out. If you click onto your coworkers, you're going to see a list of everybody that works here at the current time, as well as you're going to see their email addresses, their phone numbers. You'll see that not everybody has it here because not everybody has set up everything accurately yet. I would like you to do the following things when you have the chance. If you click over onto your profile here, you're going to have a couple options to set things up. You'll have all of your contact information here, so if it ever changes, go ahead and reset it. You also have sleep preferences, so you can set up that I don't want to be disturbed on the app from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Okay, totally fine. You could put in a preferred number of hours per week. Okay, doesn't mean we do ask that everybody works 2 shifts a week, but if you say you want to work 40 hours, it alerts us, and we know that you want that. If you've never said anything, we're not going to know. We don't know what we don't know, so the more information you can give us, the better. Now over here to the left, you have the privacy button. It defaults to having the privacy on. What we would like is that the privacy is taken off because we would like everyone to be able to pull you up on the coworker page and see your contact information. That way they can actually physically give you a call and say, hey, I really need some help. Can you come in for my shift today from 3 to 6? Okay, that is for your benefit. It's not to give everyone all of your information. It is for your benefit so other people can contact you and you can contact them. So if we don't all do it, we're stuck to only using the app and we can't make phone calls. Next, down here you have preferences on how you want to be alerted. In having this system for a little while now, what I've found works best is that you want to set everything to mobile so that it pops up through your phone and as a push notification. Otherwise, you will be bombarded with emails here. Something also that's very, very helpful for newer guards and newer employees here with Premier is that you have a shift reminder and it will pop up again as a push notification. Since I checked it mobile, you can set this for whatever you would like. Okay, 1 hour and 2 hours are typically what I recommend. That way you have enough time to get to your shift if in fact you did forget. So that is really it for our tutorial here on the main things that we will be using on the computer here. We are going to show you a little bit on your phones. You'll all get a chance to log in with us again and we'll show you how to do certain things and some of the big tips. One huge thing I want to leave everybody with is this need help button. Okay, this has anything you need. You can search for it. You can come down here, getting started, and you can see employee training resources. It's going to have a bunch of videos. It's going to tell you how to clock in and clock out. Everything you need could be right in here without us watching this video. All of this stuff can be self-taught, so please, if you have questions, ask your supervisor now. If you don't have questions and you come with something later, this is your first stop, and then you'll go ahead and call your supervisor because likely you can find the answer here in about 5 minutes. All right, again, if you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.